Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, on today's video, we will not be focusing mostly on updates, but we will be talking about Kaizer's plan for this coming season because, wow, I've been sitting, thinking about it, doing some research, looking at everything, and so far, I can say with confidence that Kaizer Chiefs, they know what they're doing. Like, honestly speaking, we might be looking at this in the wrong ways. Say and then we're like, okay, definitely this doesn't make any sense. But I feel like I now know the reason why Kaizer decided to sign Fernando Da Cruz. Out of all the coaches that are out there, this one was a special one. And we will be talking about that, discussing that. Then also we'll touch a little bit on Tabang Matuidi because I'm hearing right now there's some new information that has surfaced. Hopefully it is the truth, but for now let's just label it as rumors. So before we get there, please do make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, let me just quickly start with Thabang Mathuludi before we go even way further. We know currently Bafana has been eliminated. Obviously, we have been knocked out on the knockout stages, Lapana FIFA World Cup, which, by the way, there's a lot of people saying this, saying that. We're not going to dwell on that. So, Thabang Mathuludi is a player whom, as I've mentioned before, is interested in joining Orlando Pirates. Despite that, something is kind of blocking the move in terms of him being, part of the club. But right now, as I'm speaking with you, Bafetu, there is certain new rumors to Kaizer Chiefs finally have decided to join the race to secure the services of Thabang Mathuludi. Now, I know these are just rumors for now, but if there's some truth to it, then I think it would be a good idea if we haven't made the signing of Dylan Solomons. But now, since we have made that signing, it's a bit complicated to me and very hard to believe what the Kaizer Chiefs are still looking for a right back. Because look at the right backs that we do have. We have Thabiso Munyane, we have Dylan Solomons, and also Rev Frosler, whom we just negotiated a new deal with Nasikdala. So it doesn't make any sense to me. And also, one of you guys reminded me that there is another player whom I don't know, but Usfiso Timba. I don't know how I forget him because that's also my name. Usfiso Timba is the player that is coming from the side. He has been loaned out apparently now. He's another player who can come in for that right back position. So maybe Kaizer Chiefs are looking for experience, but that doesn't make sense to me. Why am I saying this? Well, we look at Coach Fernando Da Cruz. Coach Fernando Da Cruz is a prominent coach, is a coach that has worked very well on the French league side. He worked very well along youngsters, developing, nurturing young talent. So right now, you look at Kaizer Chiefs, there's not a lot of signings that we have made, but we do have a lot of players. And during the time when Kaizer Chiefs was asked if they are going to bring in a new coach, we remember Kaizer Mtaung Jr. said, Lapana, go Robert Marawa. No, we do have, the right person. We do have a coach that we have been speaking with. And that was information after Mickey Jr. said, there's a big club that is interested in Fernando Da Cruz in South Africa. I'm not going to name that club, but the club is a big club and they wanted to talk with that coach. Fine. Timasuk figured out time. After the interview of Kaizer Mtaung Jr. and Robert Marawa, we saw youngsters. Those players are going on loans. All of them, they were going on loans. It was quite interesting, but it's something that I did not understand back then. But now, looking at everything with a clear conscience and a clear mind, I can see that obviously with them having spoken with, the coach, they've decided, okay, look, this is what we want to do, because our long-term dream or long-term vision of the club is to make sure that we take youngsters, we develop them, and then we sell them. You understand? We develop a great team using youngsters with a little bit combination of, experienced players, but then the most important part, the core of what the club wants to be, is a club that produces talent and then takes the talent and sells it elsewhere. You understand? You look at the move right now, Aiden McCarthy. That is a successful move for the club, because definitely it aligns with what the club is trying to do. So I know I will sound like Linteng Shoyo, it is something that is not making any sense, but honestly speaking, Wafetu, I do know we still have players like Omfundo Vilagazi, those other players. But let me ask you this: Aiden McCarthy played almost the entire season. He started in a lot of games. He even played Gukev Confederations. So in a way, Aiden McCarthy was a key player for the club, and you don't sell a key player. Same thing as Stellenbosch are trying to do. You understand? Stellenbosch do not want to sell Ulangale Pili because he is a key player and also he's very young. You understand? He plays. It's not like Uhlale Benjini. He plays. He's incredible. He's a young star. Hence the price tag. And I've said it before. I do understand why he's so expensive. But now, looking at our club with all the players that we have loaned out and then coming back, this was something that they said on their statement when they were announcing Coach Fernando Da Cruz. There were those words that said, the background of Coach Fernando Da Cruz in youth development and academy structures align with Chiefs' long-term vision. So this just shows you to understand the OT. Kaizer Chiefs are not entirely looking to depend on signings. Hence, we are not making, a lot of signings. And also, we are not looking at players that, okay, this player is on the market, despite, the interest, because a club can inquire about a player, they can ask about a player, even though they know that they're not going to buy that player. It makes sense that they will say they're monitoring the player, but in all honesty, I think Kaizer Chiefs know what exactly they're trying to do. They want the coach, which is Coach Fernando Da Cruz, and I feel like it's one of the reasons why they decided, to fire Coach Nabi. I know Coach said he wanted to retire, but this is what I'm guessing. During the negotiations or during the time when the club was not doing so well, they looked at the coach and they said the coach is someone that we thought will be able to work with the young stars. You understand? But it doesn't look like he is, able to produce sufficient result using those young stars. So they decided, you know what, we've seen Coach Fernando Da Cruz. He's a coach that has worked with players like Victor Osman, Eden Hazard. Those are big player names, and he played a key role in those players being where they are today, because he was there when they were being Skate development. He worked with them. So according to the reports, they say he played a huge role. So I do understand, and as I've said, it is something that aligns with the vision of the club. Hence we are seeing Coach Fernando Da Cruz coming back. Kaizer just don't go back. Once Baksainile Papumagowe, they're done. They do not go back or look back unless they believe there's something that you can bring to the club. For example, certain coaches that have been hired, fired, or left and then rehired. You understand? So with Fernando Da Cruz, all I can say is they are hoping the coach can be able to work with most of those youngsters that are currently here. So if you're thinking there is a wish list for Fernando Da Cruz and he will be able to get it, I think not. Honestly speaking, I think it's not going to happen. It is something that the club wants to do. I don't know though. These are just my opinions and what I'm seeing. You can also let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But for me, it just makes sense. And the reason for that is, look at the youngsters, how many youngsters we've loaned out and then brought back, and look at how many youngsters we will be going with preseason, this preseason that is coming. Today is the 29th. Obviously, we are waiting for tomorrow, the 30th of June, where some players' contract will be coming to an end. And then also, hopefully, that's when we will get to see Coach Fernando Da Cruz back in the country. Spawning Uti, what is going to happen, what are the announcements that they're going to make, and who are the players that they're going to let go of on the remaining players, because so far Josh Matlow, Happy Mashiane have been let go of.